Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and this video is our October 19th shop update. I wanted to start off by going over with you guys what we still have left over from previous shop updates, because those were shop updates that were like before, well, some of these were before we were doing these video tours. So I'm going to leave them in their bags, but you can kind of see we have a few more of these really nice, this is probably one of my favorite shapes, this kind of diamond cut. I'd like to maybe make a mold that makes more of a kite cut, which I think would be really cool. This guy here has some really cool dichro that we were experimenting with, some different color layering. Oof, the last of our olive greens. Now I am going to take this guy out of the bag because he's just so pretty. I mean, they're all so pretty, but man, look at that shimmer though. Now, it's a very rainy, overcast, beautiful day actually, but we're going to be having some problems with ring light reflection. You can see my lighting setup. I've got my rectangle in my ring, which kind of makes him, gives him like a little face. Anyways, yeah, you can see that shimmer that's in there. Very cool stuff. Randy and I hand make all of these cabochons, or rather, I mean, they are handmade, but well, the way that we do it is we use combinations of frit and sheet glass, and we heat them up in a kiln to slowly, that way, you know, it squeezes the bubbles out and everything kind of melts at the same rate, but we heat it up to 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit, and we keep it there for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we slowly cool it, and we hold it at its annealing temperature. All the glass that I'm showing in this tray and this shop update, with the exclusion of the beads, which we do have some beads for in the shop this week, are COE 96. That's the coefficient of expansion. And the glass that we use for beads is 104. Just if you guys want to, you know, like if you were to use these in with metal clay and, you know, heating it up to over 900 degrees, like if you're just baking it in with your polymer clay, you don't have to worry about, oh, that one's so pretty. I love that aventurine shimmer. Oof, love it. But yeah, if you're going to be baking it in a kiln again with like silver clay or something of the sort, its annealing temperature is relevant for that. Sorry, these are so pretty, I'm just distracted. Now both of these guys, I really like this one. We incorporated a powder frit on top of the sheet glass layer with some clear glass. So I think it gives it like a dragon egg look. That's just so neat. So there's both of those. Ooh, one of these green aventurine ones left over. Or not green aventurine. Oof. Rainbow fluorite looking cabs. I love that color. I think that would be beautiful incorporated into some stained glass as well. Here's one of our dichro pieces. We don't have a whole lot of dichro here lately. It sells out so quickly. And then just this cute little guy. He's like $4, y'all. I think. And be sure to, like, I'm not going to quote any prices here right now because I don't know what, like, moving forward, if you're watching this in the future. Hello, future people. If you're watching this in the premiere, hey, high five yourselves for me. Woo! But if we're ever having sales or anything like that, I'd hate to misquote myself. These cute little guys. Again, the last of our olive green. And coming through. Ooh, that's a pretty one. A nice, like, kind of, will it pick up on it? I don't know, there's tints of teal in there. Teal and black, and a really, really pretty, intense dichro. Really like this guy. So pretty. I just love the colors. 18, wait, 16. Oh, is that 16? Okay, I'm putting them back in the wrong containers. Oh, that's going to make life more complicated for Randy because he's the one who fills all of our orders. Oh, I love the... Let me see if I can't wrench this around just a little so that you can... Oh, you can get a better view of how it looks with the light through it. That's so nice. And that's a pretty decent size for like a statement piece necklace. I'd really love to see y'all use these in like some bead embroidery and different things like that. Just, I think it would really showcase it wonderfully. This is another one that has just a stunning green aventurine. He's a big boy though. But also all the cabs with these holes in them are so great for, gosh, I love that one. All that shimmer are really great for just putting some pretty cord through and calling it done. Like, it speaks for itself. You could even use this as like a Christmas tree ornament, honestly. You know, it's actually, we're gonna have to make some fused glass ornaments, y'all. Ah, holiday season. I'm actually getting pretty excited about the holiday season this year. So how about y'all? Are you digging Christmas vibes this year? Though, honestly, I'm getting ahead of myself. Spooky season. It's spooky season right now. Now this is, we still have this guy left over. It's one of our electroformed resin core pieces. And so even though it looks like solid copper, and it would totally behave like solid copper, like you can sand and polish, I don't know if I'd go through and solder this because it does still have resin on the inside, and I haven't tested that. For those of y'all who maybe have more experience in that, I'd love to hear how that goes. But you can finish it like it's solid copper, but it's very lightweight. I mean, it still has a little bit of heft to it, but much lighter weight than if it were solid copper, I do think. And then this is our last one of these big green shimmery guys. And this one actually has a lot more dichro in it too. So you can kind of see those color flashes as well. I just love the way it looks. And again, with the light through it. So these are just some of the pieces that were still available in our shop before our update, which at the time of recording, I have not added to the shop yet. So 24, 25, okay, it isn't this one. Sorry, I just got to practice counting. Now this little guy, look at those little cells of the frit. I'm really interested, y'all, in actually getting into doing screen melts, because I just think that'd be the coolest stuff. So this guy here, the cabs that are a little bit more translucent, like if you can just picture using like a nail polish or a model car enamel, and you can go through and you can back it, and it doesn't have to be silver, but something that's highly metallic can really give it some cool effects. Or you can leave it translucent, and so even like a color shift on the back side that still kind of translates through pretty nicely. And there's so much that y'all can do with this. That's why I kind of wanted to leave it you know, with that option, because I love seeing how y'all incorporate our artwork into your artwork and taking our pieces and making them your own. So this is the last one from the old stock, which I'm probably going to say this a bunch more, but I think this one might be my favorite now. Just look at that. First off, I absolutely love this shape. It's so easy to wrap. It does well being set in polymer clay, chainmail, wire wrapping. And I think I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do like cold worked sheet copper to make a setting for this shape as well, but we'll see. And again, it has that option. You could back it, or you could leave it nice and translucent. That's it, with the light through it. So pretty. And we like bubbles in our work. I think it adds so much character. If I wanted a chunk of perfectly bubble-less glass, oops, bumped the tripod, I'd just buy it from like a factory or something. But this handmade process can sometimes have quite a few bubbles in it. It doesn't compromise the stability of the piece. I just think it adds a lot of really nice character. So, I'm gonna set these guys off to the side. Now you get to meet the new guys. Well, hey, pretty kitty, what you doing down there? Oh, you're damp. You are damp. Don't bite me. It's raining outside. She just came inside and she's like, you haven't snuggled me and gotten me warm yet, Mom. So, let's see, what order are we going to put these guys in? Well, hey, pretty kitten. You going to help me narrate this? Yeah. So, the correlation in how these are, hey pretty girl, laid out on the mat will be like this week. What is this week's item number? HRJKL. I guess it'll be M is this week's letter. I have failed Sesame Street. But so it'll be like 1M, 2M, 3M will be how they're listed on the website. And if you're on the website and the cab that you were interested in isn't showing, it's likely that it's already sold. Like it'll either say sold out or it just won't be listed. So hopefully better luck next time. But yeah, and check out, this is the back. Little bit of more of like a matte or etched texture on the back side. That's it, the light through it. And I really, really like these guys. So there's that one. And then we're going to add in between some of these really nice grape and teal and aventurine that we've been working on trying to do like a little bit of like a vignette. I don't think I pronounced that correctly, but where it kind of like fades color in the center so it's darker around the edges. So there's that one. And let's throw in... Oh, this one, we actually had quite a few requests. Shout out to Daniel, who had requested the black with dichro. This is the only one that we currently have. A lot of them went out in our craft-along kits, our craft-along club boxes that we send out to our subscribers. But I did black aventurine, which has that little bit of shimmer to it, and then some hand-fritted dichro as well. I know, kitten, you're being so patient. Oh, that's a big yawn. So she's just like right here, literally off screen, keeping me company. It's the sweetest thing. Ooh, check out this one. Now again, let's see how these would look if we had backed it in some silver. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe backing it in some white enamel would be really neat. I don't know if I had any paper next to me, but I don't. Whoops. Maybe for next week. But there are ways that you could kind of, modify this, make it your own. That's a really great shape too. So there's that one. Let's do this one next. Ooh, that one's got some great color to it as well. It's a really deep purple. Again, it's doing that fade in from the edge. Hey, kitty whiskers. Hey, kitty whiskers. And we have some nice opaque, like pale lavender frit floating in this one, giving some really nice designs. And then let's do, oh, Callie, what you doing? This one is one of our older, you can see it's got a really nice little opal dichro flash right there. But some really nice fiery oranges, which I'd love to see this one wrapped up like a pumpkin, which I've been seeing a lot of folks do that really cute wire wrapping. And now we can, if you attack the camera, Callie, I'm going to be kind of stern with you. Like, let's not do that. But she sees this stuff moving on the phone. Oof. Now this is probably my, oops. Like, if this is my first favorite shape, this is my second favorite shape. But I just love the weight and drape of it. Like, whenever you can wire wrap off the sides, like this way, and just, it's very nice. And I absolutely love the colors too. Like, that's it with the light going through it. You can see it has a little bit of a star bursting through here. And these ones we ground down and then fire polished, so it has a little bit wavier of a surface, which I think really makes it fun when the light travels over it. And that's how the back of that one looks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because I do in rows of 8. Now these guys here, I don't know if you knew, but there's something called fiber rope that you can like do a hole through your pieces that like top drills it. That's a really pretty dichro. So there's that one. Now, ooh, let's do this one next. Really, really pretty. And also the dimensions on these ones, some of them do get a little large, but it sits really well on like over like a sweater or something. You know, if you're making your jewelry, kind of thinking about what might be interesting to your clients, this is definitely coming into the season to be able to wear very pretty statement pieces, showcase pieces. This is what Randy and I call them. I loved doing the gradient through this one from the more opaque to the translucent. A lot of blues and purples and greens still. That's kind of just what we have in stock. Oh, let's do this guy next. This one's really pretty. Hey, Kelly. Sorry, she just whacked the camera. High quality professional work here. I'm just gonna say. Kelly, no. Hey, Randy. Randy, could you help me? Kelly's attacking the camera. Classic upper management. Making things more complicated than they need to be. Thank you, honey. Alrighty, bye-bye, Callie. Oh. Sorry, y'all. Oh. Okay, so this one's really nice in purple. It's not catching in the light, but it is more transparent. Let's see if I can't. Am I able to mess with the brightness on this setting? Nah, it doesn't seem to. But it does get some nice light through it, and it has these lovely little floaties in there. Give it a lot of interest from the side as well. Then this guy, we had a little bit more of a free form melt on this one, which I thought kind of gave it like chonky cat ears. Or it could be wire wrapped to look like a little cauldron or a potion bottle, or I don't know. I really liked it, and I absolutely love how the frit and everything. This was some of our homemade sheet glass. And so it's our own blend of frits and things, and I really like that. Like, it's so much fun to make. And then another little purple guy. Just these little eggs. Little dragon eggs. I'm just coming through. Ooh, we've got another little one here. More of that, oh, come on. There we go. Messing about with the autofocus. Oh, feel more like the autofocus is messing about with me. But this was another one of our homemade sheet glasses, so that we could really get a lot of nice, interesting color and banding and stuff. And so here we have the sister piece to this dichro. Again, top drilled. That way, if you wanted to just string it along a necklace with some other beads and bead caps and things, it's a really fun way of going about that. And then, which one are we going to do next? Because we have so many big cabs this week. I really like this one. He's a chunky boy, but I like it. Really love all that dichro, all those colors, and that blue. Gosh, these would be beautiful, like mermaid jewelry too, if there are any merfolk out there. Oh, this is another one I really like. Those little green splashes. It's got some shimmer in it. Now this one you might recognize from our tutorial when we made these two. This was that same technique where we take sheet glass and cut it and stack it on its side and kind of stack through that way. But I absolutely love just all the design, all the color that shows through in that. And there's a lot of depth too that I don't know if it'll capture on camera because we have that lensing of the clear on top. Very cool stuff. I'm just gonna start grabbing. Okay, ooh, this is another big guy. But again, I really love the frit. I love that color gradient. And that's a really good size too, from not too big, not too small. easy size to wire wrap. Gives you a lot of room to get creative. Ooh, this is another nice one. And this will probably be some of the last from our this batch, like these couple of cabs. I don't think we'll be able to have any more after this, because I mean every time we make sheet glass it comes out different. So ooh. Now if y'all are fans of purple. Now what happens on these guys is Randy and I had actually made, there are chunks of our very first time making cabs, like glass cabs, in this one, because like they had come out like super scuzzy, so we had to like bash them apart and grind them and all sorts of stuff. So we stacked that in and made like a big sheet glass. Like there's a tutorial that'll be coming out over the next couple of weeks on how we made our sheet glass, but it was from that sheet glass that we then smashed and made more puddle cabs, and these were the kind of odds and ends and slightly not unusable but unusable for that project cabs or chunks of glass that we then put into a mold and melted down, and I absolutely love how it came out. Like that's just so much going on. So it's kind of like a composite stone, but instead of being chunks of stone reconstructed with resin, it's just refused together, which I find fascinating. Like I love working with glass, y'all. Ooh, I like this one. I like this one a lot, actually. That might actually even be a good size for a very large ring. It's got a nice shimmer along this edge here that I don't know. Like, there's a whole lot that the camera's just not catching. Drat. Then we have this guy here, which I really love. All those little frit. Come on, camera, we can do this. I know there's a lot in the background, and that's upsetting the camera. But here we are. You can kind of see how the light comes through it. Love it. So we'll do this one next. Now this one, we laid the glass to make it be like a herringbone and capped it in more clear. And there will be more pictures of each of these cabs individually on the website. But again, it's as they go up for sale, they'll be, or as they hopefully sell and find their new homes, they'll be taken down off the website. Okay, last one for this row. Ooh. Now this, and a lot of these, even, this is going to sound odd, but even though Randy and I hand make these, like we put all the glass together, we fire it, we take them out, we clean them, I don't always get to sit down and ooh and ah at each of them individually. So this is a really nice experience for me to like sit down and watch these with, like, look at these with you guys. Because for a lot of them, it's the first time I've really gotten to appreciate all the different facets. There we are. Okay, so this is our last 8 coming up. We're going to start with this little guy, who I think is super cute. I like that bubble. I like that line through him. I like that size. Then coming up next, we have this big medallion that has some really beautiful dichro. So I think my phone just vibrated. I'm very sorry for that. Battery is probably dying or something again. But I love that little dichro pattern. And this color is just gorgeous. And then we have, this is one of our last ones from this pale purple line of sheet glass that we had done. And I love the way that the cells with the clear and the powdered frit gives a lot of character. I think this is another one that would be very beautiful backed with some chrome or color shift or something like that. Then a sister piece to this one, made with the same glass mix, but a different mold. Absolutely love it. Which I think I've said that about every single one. But I do. It's an honor to get to do something that I like so much. And I love getting to see what you guys make with this stuff, because I'm so limited by my own creativity that sometimes, sorry. I'm actually going to take a picture of that, and that'll be the thumbnail for the video. But what was I talking about? I don't know. This is pretty. I like this one. I like that. What is that, like a steel blue? I think I used up at the top. Love it. But yeah, I'm so limited by my own creativity that, you know, y'all come up with stuff to do with these cabs that I would have never thought of, and it's just gorgeous. So now I want to show you guys, this is the very first time that we will have beads listed on our website, and these are lampwork glass beads that I've made at my torch. Now I made the larger beads. I did use just like, you know, pre-manufactured like store-bought beads as separators, but I thought, you know, it might be nice to not just keep them safe in transit, but you know, I always like getting beads in the mail. So I figured I'd just throw in a couple like freebies basically, that I think complement the color of the beads. But I don't know. Let me know if you guys like that as a standard practice. If you're like, just give it to me in a bag, like, or something. I really like this one. I was experimenting with, it was one of the first days that the leaves were really changing color, and I was like, I want to capture these colors of like the maples and the oaks around us. At least here in Missouri, where we have like this year it's been very dry, so it's been like a very dusty looking autumn, like very, not drab is very much the wrong word, but like very muted, neutral tones. Whereas in the past, autumn had, like if it's a wetter autumn, all of the maples and everything have all of these like just intensely vibrant colors. So that's what I was trying to capture in this bead collection. And these, you know, each one you get like a little, I don't know, I just needed something to keep it from going off the end. So, but some of them have little bubbles trapped in them, like these guys here, which we often hear, and I agree, look like a little owl face, which I'm like, if I could see somebody wire wrap that into an owl, that would just make my day. And some of them are just a little wonky and weird, you know, well, just like us. That's fine. Now these guys here, this was actually my first time experimenting with leaving the little, the bubbles up, or not the bubbles, but the dots, leaving the dots raised. And I had a lot of fun making these and encasing and just all sorts of stuff. And again, this one has some bubbles imploded in there. And this one reminds me so much, like, I promise I'm not a time traveler, but we had an apartment that had Harvest Gold. It was like a mix match of Harvest Gold and avocado green appliances, and they weren't doing it to be retro. Like, it was just that old of an apartment. But this reminds me so much of like, and there was like this like wallpaper inside the cabinets that was this like harvesty gold like flower pattern. And at the time I was like, oh my God, but I actually kind of love it. And these tones reminded me of that so much. And so I didn't realize how happy that would make me to get to work with these colors, but a lot of like pale topazes and honey yellows. And I wanted to make a bead that looked like Jupiter, and it didn't quite come out the way that I wanted, but I still love it. And then with some fire polished like AB crystal in between on this one in the fiery orange tones. So that is our shop update this week, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this video. Links to everything are down in the video description, or you can just Google us, Back to Earth Creations, and we should be the first couple of hits will be our website, backtoearthcreations.com, or our Facebook business page, or our Instagram. If you enjoy our work and would like to be guaranteed cabs every month just mailed to you, please consider joining our Craft Along Club. Now, our kits start at $10 a month, and there's more info about that on the website, but our membership levels do start at just $1 a month or $12 a year, and that goes such a long way in helping to support Randy and I's channel here and just producing the free tutorials and everything. And that gets you access to all sorts of behind the scenes stuff, but the thing that we're most excited about with our $1 and up tiers is our Saturday exclusive stream, where we stream for at least 2 hours, sometimes less if there's like crazy stuff going on, but we always keep you in the loop. And we do an exclusive newsletter with that. And so, also speaking of newsletters, we also have a newsletter for everybody that we send out on Sundays, and you can sign up for our newsletters and get notifications about new tutorials, live streams, premieres, and shop updates, all sorts of different stuff. So, but yeah, just check out the website. If y'all have any questions, please feel free. Come on, words. We were doing so good for a minute there. Feel free to contact us at backtoearthcreations@yahoo.com or on the contact form page on our website. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all next time. So until then, happy crafting. Bye. Oh, wait, before I go, we have a calendar on our website too, and that way you can see our live stream schedule and our shop up, like all the stuff we update monthly, so that way you can kind of stay in the loop that way as well. Because I was gonna say see you in tomorrow's live stream, but then I remembered that like people watch videos in the future. So there's that. But yeah, we will see y'all next time. So until then, happy crafting. Bye for real.